Good morning, Shalia. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'm here in Iceland. I'll give it 2 seconds. I'm just going to get... Actually, I think I'm ready to go. Let's go. Cool. Anyone else is out there? Let me know who's out there. So happy to see you guys. Good morning. So I am here at Iceland Power Yoga. I'm up in Iceland right now, helping my friend run her studio while she's taking a vacation. And just loving being in the country, loving being back in the hot yoga studio. I've got the heat on in here, nice and warm. It's gonna get nice and sweaty. And we'll move through a 60-minute journey into power. I do this every Sunday morning, except for last week I was in the airport, so there was one that came up automatically, but I will be here next week as well. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel, please like the channel, share the videos with people. It really does help get this channel seen by more people. And my goal is just to get more people on their yoga mats moving their body. Okay, so we're gonna do a 60-minute journey into power. Around 60 minutes, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, just letting our body move and staying connected to our practice this morning. So come on to your yoga mat, move into child's pose, please. Take your knees nice and wide. We'll sit back onto your heels. Right away, you start by connecting to your ujjayi breathing. In and out through your nose. Each breath a little bit longer, a little bit louder. Fill your lungs. Empty out. A couple more like that. Big breath in. Spread your fingers, press your knuckles into the mat. Fill up. Pull your belly button in and sink deeper onto your heels. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Come up to tabletop and move into your downward facing dog. Hips go back. Pedal out your knees here. Just kind of feel out this first down dog. You can take a three-legged dog on the right side, just opening up the body. Lift the toes. Breathe in. And switch sides. Left side up. Twist the ankle. Well, don't twist the ankle, move the ankle. Open up the side of the body here. And on your exhale, step to the top, ragdoll. Your feet are hip distance apart, arch your upper body, you just dangle down here. Maybe movement from side to side if that feels nice. Landing in the moments of intensity and landing in the moments of rest fully. Yeah, so work when there's work happening, and right here the work is just to slow down for a second. Allow ease to land in your body. Even if it's just for a few breaths, take advantage. Keep that momentum moving you forward. Big breath in. Fingertips down to your mat. Bring your feet back into true north. Toes are touching, heels apart. Up to a flat back. And fold. Extended mountain. Press your feet. Reach up to the ceiling, the sky. Hands to your heart center. Gaze to your fingers, and we'll start with one moment. Take a breath in. Sweep your arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back, high plank. On the exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Generating ujjayi. Powerfully. Press down your hands and feet.
your chest melt closer to the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift right away. Lengthen the spine. And fold. Hug into your legs. Extended mountain. Reach up. Lengthen the sides of your body. And fold forward. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or shoot back. Little plank. Upward facing dog. Press the floor with all your knuckles. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again. Press down and pull in. Letting your body gradually wake up. Regardless of what time of day it is, if you haven't hit your mat yet today, your body just needs a little time to land. Do that. Be compassionate. That can mean working harder to wake it up sooner. Hop to the top of your mat. Right away, flat back. And fold. Extended mountain. You press. You reach. You lengthen. And fold forward. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Chest through your arms. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again, fill your lungs. Root down into your mat. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look to the top of your mat. Hop there. Right away, take a flat back. Belly pulls in. And fold. Extended mountain up and back. Press, squeeze, and then fold. Squeeze into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Letting the breath carry you through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big inhale. Full exhale. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop to the top. Flat back. And fold. One more. Extended mountain. Fullest expression. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move through. High to low. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Press your inner ankles back and ground your outer ankles down. Get your feet active. Soften the knees. Wake up your core. Yeah, if you haven't connected to Uddiyana Bandha yet, do that. Your belly in and up to the ribs. Scoop through the core. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, one breath, sit low. Uttanasana, fold forward. Halfway lift, belly in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Upward facing dog, lift up. Downward facing dog, empty out. Right side, warrior one. One breath, press your feet, reach your fingers. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can float your right toes if you want, add that in. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Feet press, fingers reach. And Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Toes can hover, upward facing, lift your thighs up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let your breath flow. Hear the sound of your breath. Feel the sensations of it in your body, in your nostrils, in your lungs. Dial in. Right here. Inhale onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Flat back. Fold. Dandasana, sink down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, engage your core. Plant your hands, shoot back, low plank. Upward facing dog, press your hands down. Downward facing dog, hips back. Right side, warrior one. Ground your feet. Squeeze the pit of your belly in. Chaturanga Dandasana, float your right toes as you go. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Press, pull, lift your fingertips. And Chaturanga Dandasana, move with your breath. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Feels so good to be back in the hot room. I haven't really been in a hot yoga room until this Monday for like almost 5 months. Really different feeling. But also like something there where you can generate your own heat. I think I was relying on the heat of the studio. Kind of like learn to build some tapas, even if there's not a panel blasting heat onto me the whole time. Lift up onto your toes. You generate the heat through movement, yogi. Hop, halfway lift, and fold. Utkatasana, sit as low as you can. Uttanasana, fold over your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, move with your breath. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, feet, core, hands, your full body expression. Chaturanga Dandasana, on the exhale you float. Up dog, downward facing dog. Left side, fullest expression. Find a back bend, reach for it. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow through it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Keep tapping back into your Ujjayi breathing. Keep it powerful, fluid, intentional. If you lose your breath, you've lost your yoga practice. So keep checking back in. Inhale and exhale. Again, press down into your mat. Come up onto your toes, look between your hands, bend your knees, land there. Halfway lift. And fold. Utkatasana. Deepest one yet. Uttanasana. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Reach. Pull the right hip back. Squeeze in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Float your toes. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Root down. Reach up and back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Feet together. Right foot up. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Flip your dog. Press down into your heels. Lift up through your hips. And then really reach those right fingertips forward, yogi. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more. Lift up. Flip over to high plank. Right away. Heels to the right. Left arm up. Maybe left leg up. Possibility for full expansion, full expression on your mat. What does it look like? Where can you go? Big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Other side, right away. Stay in the flow of it. Up with the left foot. Flip your dog. Press down into the earth and then reach. Lift. Expand your expression right here. As much space as you can take up. One more breath in. Lion's breath. Ha. Flip over to high plank. Take on side plank. your biggest expression, whatever that looks like. Yeah, so express out, press down into your mat, big breath in, big breath out. Look up to the ceiling, see how high you can go. Take another full inhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Lift your right foot up, step to Crescent Lunge. Right foot between your hands. Reach up and sink into your front. You have water when you need it. You wipe sweat when you need it. Not just to distract yourself. Take a breath in. Hands to heart center and you twist. If you need a rest, you always rest. If you just don't like the work, if it's too much, if you're feeling like it's not fun, I would say do the work, yogi, right? Take rest when you need it and work through the discomfort. Stay in it. Breathe through it. You're stronger on the other side. Twist the upper body. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Warrior two. Open up. Sink down into your front knee. Breathe in. See if you can sink deeper. How deep can you go? Hold the lunge in your front knee and then take extended side angle. Don't soften that front knee if you don't have to. Keep your knee over your ankle and then press your thigh and your tricep into each other. Breathe in, breathe out. Big reach up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant both hands and float. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Crescent lunge. Lift your foot and then step it between your hands. Come up. Hands to your heart center. And twist. Mounds of your big toes. Press them down and lift your heel. Lift your back kneecap. Breathe in. Twist your spine. Two more. You ring it out. Feel that. Press your palms. Hug your shoulders. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Warrior two. Open up. Challenge yourself. I almost fell over. Challenge yourself to take a nice deep lunge. Not here for too long, so really get into the lunge. Press into your feet fully, and then move into extended side angle. Come down. Not holding the poses too long today. So like not rushing, that's a different feeling than moving with purpose. If you feel rushed, try to make your movements more essential. Drop the transitions if they're taking up too much time. And stay in the flow. This practice today, not the one you did yesterday. Yeah, take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. So be in the practice and move with your breath. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop to the top of your mat, flat back. Fingers to toes forward fold. Take your feet hip distance apart. Let your upper body go. You can scoop up your big toes. So I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit quickly. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Do that 3 more times. Full breaths. In and out. Breathe. And soften. One more breath in. And out. Utkatasana. Bring your feet back into true north. So your heels are just a bit wider than the toes. Sit down into your seat. And right away, twist to the right. Hands at heart center, and then you'll hook the left elbow on the right knee. Wrap the right shoulder blade back. And just see my left knee's trying to pop forward there. Draw your knees so that they're in line with one another. Okay? And then from here, look up over your right shoulder. Tuck your chin, lengthen your neck as you twist. Inhale. Exhale. Belly strong, squeeze it. See if you can twist any further. Center. Utkatasana, hold it and twist to the left. Just 5 breaths here. From From shoulder integration, you twist. In. Keep your knees aligned. 3 more breaths. Full, generous ujjayi. Press your palms. Deepen your twist. Take a breath in. And release. Gorilla pose. Palms under your feet. You can try this. So this is the regular way we do it. Would be palms under the front of your feet. If you have the mobility, another variation of gorilla is palms under the backs of the feet, kind of hugging forearms into the calves. See it? I just saw a picture of it the other day. Thought, why not? Feels nice. It's not really a right or wrong way to do any yoga pose as long as your body feels good and there's no risk of injury, right? This is the same pose name, it's a slightly different alignment. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Let's try new things. Breathe in. Let the weight of your head go. 2 more breaths. Hug your chest to your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your feet. Hands on the mat in front of you. We're going to move right into crow. Bring your knees onto your triceps. Big bend in the elbows to make that shelf, and then right away, moving with purpose, yogi. Lift yourself up. Squeeze the pit of your belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your heels closer to your bum. Take another inhale here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Land at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Sweep all the way up. Eagle. Right arm under. Right leg over. Sink down into your standing knee on the left side. Bend it a little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Steady your gaze, your drishti. One place in front of you. See it. Keep your eyes there. Sweep your arms up. Switch sides. Go on the left. Hug through the bind. So you're squeezing to center line. That place between the right and left side of your body, right? Hug in. Skin to the muscle, muscle to the bone. Pull into each bone and feel the engagement. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your fingertips up. Right side. Engage parts of the body, pulling into center line, core. Creating a container here. You squeeze in, and from there, there's expression out. Deepen the pose. Breathe in and out. Hug here. Switch sides. Reach up. Left. Eagle. Activation to center line. Squeeze everything in, and then keep your focus at that one spot in front of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Strong core. Sink a little deeper. Sweep up. Standing leg raise. So you'll take your right knee up. You can either grab your knee or you can grab onto your foot. Open up to the side. Keep your core strong. Your gaze can either be in front of you if you want to challenge your balance. Gazing over the left shoulder, we'll do that a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Whoopsie. And then you can come back to center on your inhale. Lift your toes up, straighten your leg. Airplane pose, fly back. Just being curious how you can invite a bit of instability sometimes. That's where strength will be built. That's where the stabilizing muscles have to kick in. Right? If there's no wobble, if there's no intensity, then you're not really building strength, yogi. So you find that balance. It's not exhausting, but you can be playful. You can get curious about the edge of the pose for you. Take a breath in, hands to heart center, open to half moon. You need a block, take it, or a water bottle. If you fall out, as sometimes happens, you just begin again and reset. Yeah, my left leg has been working these last couple days. I feel that. That's okay. If you're feeling intensity, work at the edge of it. Not suffering, not in pain, but not dull and bored either. Take a breath in, Fold forward. Ooh, my left leg is feeling it. So good. Halfway left. And fold. Sweep up. Standing leg raise on the left side. So each side might be a little bit different. Be aware of that. See what's possible and open it up. Instability can be frustrating if you allow it to be, but that's really your choice. If you allow frustration to creep in, it's going to weaken you. It's going to take away from your practice, yogi. Just try to empower yourself. And if things get messy, be playful, a little smile might help. Take a breath in, lift your toes up, fly back to airplane. If you get messy and you judge yourself, you criticize yourself, you're just detracting from your yoga practice. You're not benefiting, it's not adding anything. Come back. Grateful for your body moving you through this powerful practice. Empowered, appreciative of your ability to do the poses however they show up. Take a breath in, hands to heart center. You'll open to half moon. Not making a story, like I'm weak today, I can't do that. Life's being hard, it's too long. All of those stories take away. Add into your practice, add joy, curiosity. Take up as much space as you can. Fold forward, feet together. Halfway lift. And fold. Come all the way up. Dancer. Grab the inside of the right foot. Kick back into your hands. Lift up that back heel. So you're keeping your knees in line. Don't let your right knee split open. Hug it in the center. Center line. You squeeze in to express out. Breathe in. Switch sides. Dancer on the left. From core. Create Uddiyana Bandha. Intentionally build the pose. And then express out to your biggest experience this morning or afternoon or whatever time of day it is for you. Breathe in and release. It doesn't matter what time of day, right? You do the practice that fits. Dancer's pose. I'm going to do an advanced upgrade here. There is a back bend workshop on my YouTube channel, so you can go check that out if you want to play. Any variation of dancer. Lift your chest, ground your bottom foot, take a big, big breath in, biggest expression, and then release. Switch sides. Dancer. Any variation, intentional in the foundation, that bottom foot, don't forget about it. Don't let your sights go on the full expression of the upper body. If your foot isn't on the ground, yogi, you don't even have a foundation in this pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. You push in, out. You pull in. Whoa, hold on. Take a breath. And release. Whew, I'm sweaty. That's so good. Tree. Please. You can have your foot as a kickstand. If your legs need that support in the inner calf. If you're getting into the inner thigh, make sure you're above the knee, please. Yeah, hands at heart center. And from here, just allow your tree to grow. Your eyes can shift up. Just be aware of not rushing. There's a big difference between rushing into the pose and moving there quickly with purpose. It can take the same amount of time. One of them is going to be frustrating. One of them is going to seem too challenging. If you're rushing, instead of just flowing purposefully, intentionally, breathe in and release. Switch sides, straight on the left. Same options for your foot. It might be a different option than the other side. Just be aware of that. If your knee is tight on one side, your hip is tight. Don't spend the entire time fixated on getting your foot to your inner thigh. When you are out there and you know who I'm talking to, yogis, if you're probably still right there reaching for that ankle, right? I'm one of you, I get it, right? The fixation of like, oh, I can do that. I did it yesterday. Why won't my foot go where I want it to? Why isn't this working? I can't do this today. All of that BS that takes you out of the pose, right? You miss 3, 4, 5 breaths. You miss the entire experience on one side, all because you've got this agenda instead of just allowing being in the pose, right? And if you fall out, don't fixate on getting the foot in the exact same spot. Who cares? You're in the pose. Be in it. Take another breath in and release. Hands to heart center. Sweep your arms up and then fold your chest to your thighs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Triangle pose. Straighten the leg. Reach forward with your front fingers, your right finger as far as you can, and then bring them to the outside of your foot. Perfect place for a block. This block here does not make this pose easier, okay? Just to be clear on that. Taking something underneath your hand, what it's gonna do is create space. So if the right side of your body, like I can easily take my fingers to the ground, right? This is not challenging for me to do that. But I feel tightness in my right side body. My ribs are kind of crunched up into my hip. So just lifting a few inches off the mat, even just 3 or 4 inches, all of a sudden generates space. And then from here, I can actually twist my upper body a lot further, which is kind of the point of this pose, an opening and a grounding. Breathe in, breathe out, reach up, twist, open, gaze up to your top fingers, stay for this breath. You'll pull yourself all the way up to stand. Side facing wide leg fold. So turn your feet so that the edges are parallel to the ends of your mat. And then you'll fold forward. Practicing a headstand here is your option. You can practice a tripod or a classical headstand. There's also a workshop for headstand on my YouTube channel. So if that's something that you don't quite have in your practice yet, no worries. Instead of thinking you can't do something in this practice, yogi, get curious about what you can do. Instead of I can't, think about what's possible. Think about the steps to get you there, the journey, instead of just wanting to get right to the goal. Breathe in, breathe out. Belly strong, whatever expression of a pose you're in. If you're in a headstand, slowly come back down to the wide leg fold, and then we'll move into pyramid. Front foot faces 12 o'clock. Step your back foot in part way. Your left toes can be turned off a bit from center if that gives you more space in your hips. Fold over your right leg. Let the crown of your head go. Lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Twisted triangle. Left fingers to the right foot. Another great place for a block for the exact same reason I just said the triangle. Creates space. Okay, so again, I can have my fingers on the ground. It's not that I can't do it, but this allows for more lengthening of the torso. When you want to create space in this practice, you're never looking to create like tightness, compression, right? You want there to be opening in the body. Unless the specific purpose of the pose is to create compression, which sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not. Yeah, right here, open the chest, open the twist. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left foot forward, warrior 1, warrior 2, Trikonasana, straighten the front leg. Grab your block. You've got your legs straight, but they're not locked out, okay? I don't know if you can see that there. That's like hyperextension. You want a little micro bend in both knees. It's work, okay? If your legs aren't working, if you just lock the knees and put all that pressure into the joint, there's no growth that happens, okay? When you take a micro bend in the knees, all of a sudden the stabilizing muscles around the joints and your legs, they all fire up. They start working. When muscles work, then they get stronger. You'll breathe in, look to your top hand, open the twist, And then pull yourself up, wide leg forward fold. You can take a bind this time. So the feet again, parallel. Interlace your hands at your low back and then press your knuckle down as you fold. Lead with your chest. Fist comes up and over your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your head dangle down. Hold it up. Breathe in. Make sure your knees are not rigid. 2 more. Your fists breathe in further up over your head and shoulders. Shoulders down your back. Stay for the exhale. And you'll move into pyramid. What do you get there? Just like walk the hands over to the front foot. Nice. Set up your feet. Left foot at 12 o'clock, right foot at 1 o'clock. Fold over the left leg. Really draw back through the left hip bone here. Keep your legs active. Inner ankles back, outer ankles down. Spiraling action of the legs to wake the muscles up. Hug your leg muscles into your leg bones. Breathe in. Melt even deeper. Halfway lift. Twisted triangle. Left arm up. Use your block. Generate space in the body to generate more twist. More opening. Shoulder integration. Belly to spine. Big breath in. Big twist out. Take another inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. That's a little plank. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Shift to high plank. Lower all the way down to Locust Pose, yogi. Right away, pop up chest, arms, legs lift off the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up higher, and then release down. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Chin to center. Another locust. You can either take the same pose or bind your hands behind your back and lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Front of your chest is open. Your collarbones lifting forward. Your thighs lift off the mat. Get your glutes, your back working. Breathe in and release down. You can bend your knees. Let your feet fall from side to side. And then setting up for your floor bowl. Grab the outsides of the ankles. Squeeze your knees towards each other and then kick back to lift up. Breath in. Breath out. Even higher, you kick, you lift, you squeeze, breathe in, and release. Come down. Feet from side to side. We're going to set up for 1 more floor bowl. I'm going to try here. This is similar to what I did with dancers earlier. I've been doing back bend workshops up here, so I did one and I've got another one booked. So just playing with possibility, seeing what's there, right? And I definitely didn't think this was possible not that long ago, right? But anything is possible, yogi, if you get creative, if you put your mind to it, if you do the work, if you do the practice, then who knows what's possible. Take a breath in and release. Upward facing dog. No nap time, no sleeping, yogi. Stay in the flow. Downward facing dog. Right away onto your knees. Camel Pose. So hands in the low back. To start, you can lift up through your chest. If you have the mobility, reach for your heels and let your chest lift high. Press your pelvis forward, keeping your pelvis over your knees as much as you can. And that support through your neck. Tuck the chin a little bit so you're not letting your head fall back where you can't talk or breathe, right? You want to be able to have airflow. Lengthen through the crown of the head, tuck the chin, open the front of the body, breathe in, and gently come up. You can sit down onto your heels. I can't really do that comfortably, so I'm just going to take a breath here up on my knees. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll move into one more camel. If you have mobility, like if you like back bending, Kapotasana is the next step up. So that's coming all the way back to the ground with your fingertips here, up and over, back bending. So you can either do another camel or play with the Kapotasana. See what's possible, yogi. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Open up the front of your body. Squeeze the pit of your belly. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And slowly come back up. Whew. On your back, bridge. Move into it. Take bridge. I'm actually going to do a supported bridge, right? So, again, the concept or the perception that the block is bad. Some people have not bad, but like you're kind of taking it too easy. You're not working as hard as you could. I don't know. I disagree. Sometimes it definitely can do that. Like I was just working my back, so a moment of rest here is really very welcome for me. Just be aware whenever you're doing your yoga practice. Are you trying to prove something to somebody, like whether it be the teacher, if you're in a class, or the person you're practicing with at home? Most often, trying to prove something to yourself. It's amazing to inspire yourself. It's amazing to challenge yourself. But if it's exhausting, like if you're just always trying to impress yourself, it's relentless. That inner voice can be a lot sometimes. Yeah. You can tell it where to go and just come back to your own yoga practice. You don't need that internal guide telling you what to do. That's what I'm here for. Just kidding. Breathe in. Come all the way down, knees from side to side. I give recommendations. That's all the yoga teacher does. Right? We're not there to put any expectation on you. I mean, maybe some teachers do. Most of the ones I know don't. They don't expect anything other than for you to show up and empower yourself. Wheel. Lift up. Press up into your biggest expression right here. And you can get your feet in a little closer. Press your calves towards your shoulders. Really feel that. Breathe in. You can stay up or you can come down. I'm going to stay up today. I'm feeling back bendy if you didn't notice. Take a full breath in and out, and then you'll go back up on the inhale. Wheel number 2. You do as many wheels as fits. I'm going to count through 6 for 3 breaths each, so that's the option. Or just stay up. Breathe in, and then come down or stay. Take 1 inhale. Take 1 exhale. Go back up, wheel. If you have different options in wheel, you can lift your heels, you can lift the foot. If that's in your practice, you play. Get curious, get creative, get interested in the pose. Breathe in, and then come down or stay. That was already 3, yogi. Breathe in, breathe out, go back up. This is number 4. Any variation that you've got, you play with it. You express into it. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up even higher, and then you can stay or come down. That was 4, so good. And your next inhale takes you back up. In the practice of your back bends, don't be stagnant. Don't just do it from business as usual, but possibility, curiosity. This is the peak of this practice. You can stay or come down. 1 wheel left, go up right here, bridge, wheel, any tricks that you might have right here, right now, you play, take a breath in, take a breath out, and then you will come all the way down. Whoop, whoop. I felt like amazing, so good. Onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. When you got curious and playful, things don't always go exactly as you might have envisioned. What do you make that mean? Can you be okay with just attempting something challenging, or does it have to be successful for you to be happy with the outcome, right? Instead of just being like, appreciative of yourself for being able to step out of your comfort zone. If you've told yourself for years you can't do something, and then you try to do that thing for the first time and it's not successful, you didn't fail. It's success for trying, right? And that goes with any yoga pose, Because with any difficult conversation, anything in your life you want to do, you want to achieve, you know it's going to make you happier, but you avoid it because you're worried about how it's going to turn out. You have no idea until you try. You can assume, you can make an educated guess, but how often educated guesses are completely wrong? In the moment, things can happen differently than you expect. Learning to go with the flow, learning to appreciate the process, that's the breakthrough, not getting it perfect. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet. Pull your knees down. Just sway from side to side for a moment there. Both feet up. Hands behind your head. Lower your right heel 1 inch off the mat. Scissor legs. Alternate the legs here for 1, 2, really engage core. Keep your shoulders lifted off the mat. Belly strong. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend your knees, bicycle twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7. Building this last little bit of heat. Squeeze in. And hug your knees to your chest. Some leg lowers. Feet up. Hands under the low back. This is an option. If you want more core, extend your hands beside your body with your palms down. This is definitely more work. Breathe in. Lower a third. You got to use your core now to stabilize your body. Inhale. Down a third. Belly strong. Couple inches off the mat. Look at your toes. Hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Flex the feet. Hug skin to muscle. Muscle to bone. Take a breath in. And lift your feet up. Again, lower down. Breathe in. Down a third. Legs so strong. Yogi squeeze. Couple inches off the mat. Point your toes, flutter kick like you're swimming. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet up. Lower a third. Last one. Breath in. Lower down a third. Full breath. Couple inches off the mat. Scissor kick. Side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels together. Lift up. Hug knees to chest. Big breath in. Big breath out. Grab the backs of your knees. Rock a few times. Come up to Navasana. It's going to turn so I'm looking at you and not looking at you. And then we'll sit up here. So Navasana, any expression, we're just doing one. You can have supported both. Navasana and both are the same pose. Grabbing the backs of your legs here. Maybe try straightening the legs, that's more work. I'll try, do it, see what happens. Do this, bring your palms to the outsides of your calves. So on the outsides of your shins, calves, you're gonna press your legs out into your hands and then your hands into your legs. And from here, from that support, straighten your legs a little bit more. 2 more breaths, inhale. Lift your chest, belly strong, shoulders strong, breathe in. Whoop, and then rock and roll. Do a few of those. Make your way back to down dog. Land in down dog and pedal up your knees. Right side, half pigeon. Settle in. If you need a block here again, the block in this pose is not making it easier necessarily. The tendency here will be to kind of flop down and let your right hip sit on the floor. That's not where you want to be in this pose. Okay, your hips need to be squared for the stretch to actually be taking place. So a little block, the corner, you don't need much of it, just the corner, literally under the back of your leg, under the back of your bum cheek. It's just going to give you some stability. Stability that you can then kind of wiggle into the stretch even more. Take the back toes a couple centimeters further back. One of the best things about Iceland is that every tap in the country has like glacial water, that it's so clean and delicious. It's outrageous. I didn't have contact solution the other day. I put my contacts in tap water. And anyone in the world that wears contacts knows that that's probably the worst thing that you could normally do. And they went in the next morning like nothing was wrong. So wonderful. Sink a little bit deeper. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more breath. And sweep the back leg around. Remove the block from under your hip. There's lots of great things about Iceland. My fellow Canadians out there, I don't know, I just feel so at home in this country. It seems so similar to the culture in Canada in a lot of ways. Obviously a lot of differences too, but fold over your left leg. If you are ever in Iceland, there is a place to do hot Baptiste yoga. It's just so wonderful. I'm so grateful to be in a community up here. I know our community back at Power Yoga Canada is just opening up this weekend, and I'm sending all my love to the studio owners and the yogis that are finally getting back into a hot room. Switch sides. I taught my first class in the hot room on Monday or Tuesday. Sit on your block if you need it. You're on the left side, half pigeon. I actually got choked up in the ohms at the beginning of class. In the third ohm, I lost my voice. I kind of got a frog in my throat. It was just a really powerful experience. I'd kind of forgotten how powerful feeling the energy of a class is, feeling the ohms, feeling the breath in the room, just feeling that energy, literally like the vitality that is coming off of yogis when they're practicing, right? You feel it yourself. There's something about the group. And I feel like even, doing a class like this where there's a bunch of us together flowing, there's something about knowing that you're in it together, all doing the same poses, different places, different experiences, but connected. It's really been my intention since the beginning of this pandemic to stay connected to the community, really keep people on their yoga mats, because it's just never been more important right now to do that. A few more breaths, I'll stop talking, settle in. Let yourself rest. Breathe in and breathe out. One more full inhale and full exhale. Sweep the back leg around. Seated single leg extension. Remove your block. Right foot just off from center. Your left foot to your inner thigh. Fold over your leg. Tuck your chin, lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Take both legs out in front of you, seated forward fold. Press the heels forward, pull your sit bones back, pull your tailbone so it's facing the back of your mat, and then from here, fold over your legs. Your feet flexed and active. Tuck the chin, lengthen the spine. Keep your core engaged here. Uddiyana Bandha, creating room for the fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Sink deeper into it. You'll come up to sit. Reverse tabletop. Bring your hands behind you. The fingertips facing towards your feet. From here, you can do reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Reverse plank is with legs straight. You press your toe mounts towards the floor. They may or may not touch. That's not really that important. And then if you want to be in reverse tabletop, so this is plank tabletop, you bend the knees, right? Set it up. Press your pelvis up, so try and take the top of your body as parallel to the ceiling as you can. You want a nice sturdy table there, yogis. Breathe in. Breathe out. You don't want your drinks falling off. Go higher. Lift your hips. And then slowly come down into fish pose. Options for fish here. You can just be on your forearms with your fingertips tucked under the tops of your bum cheeks. So this can be a great expression. Not crunching open the neck. Like I said earlier, keep the neck locked. So you tuck the chin, lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. The full expression here, if you want to play with it, it's a little bit of a back bend. You do bring the head all the way down. As you can hear, I can still breathe. I'm keeping my neck, my throat open, and then arms and legs go up to the ceiling. 3 breaths. In, out. One more lift. Stay. Just a breath in. And slowly come down. Once you're back, move into an inversion here. Waterfall is your option where you just place a block underneath your hips with your feet up to the ceiling. I'm going to take shoulder stand today. So lifting the hips all the way up. Hands support your low back. Kind of tucking your thumbs into your hip bones. And try to get your legs, again, don't try, get your legs as straight as you can. Do that. Demi-flex. Point your toes up to the ceiling and then flex your toes back to your face as the mounds of your toes press up. Core is engaged. Breathe in. And breathe out. Stay in your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Press the back of your skull down. Slowly transition into plow pose. Let the feet come behind your head. If they touch the ground, you can interlace your hands behind your back and you'll push your knuckles away. So your knuckles point to the front of your mat. Your heels press to the back of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen that from heels to knuckles. Take up as much space as you can. And then option for Deaf Man's Pose. Hug your knees into your ears and then take the hands to your feet or to your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. This probably sounds pretty weird. Take an inhale and exhale. Slowly unroll. Sounded like I was talking into a tin can. Come onto your back. Extend your left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest. Pull it in, and then cross it over your body. Supine twist. Gaze over the right shoulder and really use your left hand here. You can kind of guide the right leg across your body to deepen the twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. And twist further. Come back to center. Bring your hips to center. They're going to be over to the right a little bit. You want them centered. Then draw the left knee in. Pull the left knee across your body. Your hips shift over to the left a little bit. Gaze over the shoulder. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Side body stretch, lower back opening. Stay for your breath out. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees wide. Just one final pose to land after all that good work you did. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhale. Fill all the way up the capacity of your lungs. Open your mouth, let it go. Knees into your chest. Squeeze in. Squeeze as tight as you can into a little tight ball. Big breath in, hug in. And release. Shavasana. Close your eyes. And just allow yourself to land. Set up the pose intentionally. So make sure that your hips are square. Make sure your shoulders are level. You don't want any weird twists or pinching happening in your body. But once you've got it set up, just aim to stay still. This last pose of the practice is still a pose, and it's just as important as any other pose, if not more important. It gives you space to rest. Nothing else you have to do but just lie here. Like added bonus if you just lie here. From a place of appreciation for your body, appreciation for this practice. Acknowledge yourself for showing up. Whether you're out there with me live right now or you're watching this later on, like taking an hour of your day to do yoga practice. Not something everybody does. Don't skip over how impactful it can be in your life. It's not an hour, that's why I give you 15 minutes, 20-minute flows, 45-minute, whatever it is, you fit it into your day and your body will appreciate it. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and let it out. And bring movement to your fingers and your toes. You'll reach arms up over your head. Point your toes forward, stretch the whole body. Roll through your right side up to a seated position. Just take your time there. Sit up tall. Shoulders back. Hands at your breast center. We'll finish this practice with one arm. Take a breath in. Thumbs to the center of your forehead, and the light in me acknowledges the light in you. Together we balance. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. If you are out there with me live right now, please let me know who joined me. I'd love to know who's out there. Hello, hello. And if you're joining me later, thank you for flowing with me. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can start live streaming without having to lug my laptop around with me. I have an iPhone 11 Pro that will do amazing live streams. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, it will allow me to do that. So please share the channel with people, like the videos, and keep moving your body, keep staying connected to your yoga practice, and keep nourishing your body with good, wholesome foods. There's lots more to come from Iceland. It is, of course, the first day that I had time to go and drive to a waterfall, and it is raining outside, and I'm probably going to go anyway, but maybe not get a recording. So we'll see what happens. I am really, really, really going to try to film a yoga class in front of a waterfall. That is my goal. So have an awesome rest of your day. I'm going to come check the chat, and I will see you again really, really soon. Amazing. So good. Nice to see you, ladies. I'm going to end the stream, so we're sticking with an hour, but I will see you all soon. Stay tuned to the channel. Have an awesome rest of your day.